This is grade 7, chapter 6, part 1, divisibility rules and factors. So divisibility rules for 2, 5, and 10 are very straightforward. If it's an even number, it's divisible by 2. So if it ends in 2, 4, 6, 8, 0, it's divisible by 2. If it ends in 5 or 0, it's divisible by 5. So 5, 10, 15, 20 all end in 5 or zeros. If it ends in 0, then it's divisible by 10. Those are the divisible rules for those three. So 4, the last two digits divisible by 4. If we take 7, 4, 9, 3, 8, 6, 2, 4, and we look at the last two digits, we know that that's divisible by 4 because that follows the rule. 24 is divisible by 4. So, and the last three digits divisible by 8. So if we took, this is a tricky one because I don't know a better way to do that. That's just the rule. So those are, 8 is tricky. Divisibility rules for 7. If you take the last digit of the number, you're testing and double it. So we're going to take this number down here, 2003. The last digit is 3, and we're going to double it. So that equals 6. Subtract this number from the rest of the digits in the original number. So 20 minus 6, because 20 is what's remaining right here. 20 subtract 6 equals 14. If this new number is either 0, if it's a number that is divisible by 7, then you know the original number is also divisible by 7. So 14 is divisible by 7 equals 2. Therefore, it works out. So 2003 is 2023. We're going to follow this again. So 3 times 2 equals 6. 202 minus 6 equals 196. So I'm not sure if 196 is divisible by 2. So we're going to take this again. We're going to continue this process. 6 times 2 equals 12. 19 minus 12 equals 7. 7 is divisible by 7. We know that. So therefore, 2003 or 2023 is divisible by 7. You see how that works? Okay. Divisibility rules for 3 and 6. A number is divisible by 3 if the sum of the digits is divisible by 3. So if we take, let's take 93, and we add them together, 9 plus 3, it equals 12. We know that 12 is divisible by, if we don't, we add them up again. 1 plus 2 equals 3. And 3 is divisible by 3. So therefore, we can, 93 is. If we took 97 and we add them up, 9 plus 7 equals 16. We know that that's not close enough, or if we wanted to go one step further, 1 plus 6 equals 7, that's not divisible by 7. So if it adds up and is divisible by 3, then that's the divisibility rules for 3. Number is divisible by 6 if the number is divisible by 2 and 3. So 93, not. 96 should be. Because if we add this up, 9 plus 6 equals 15. 15 is divisible by 3. And because of the 6, we know it's divisible by 2. So therefore, 6 should be as well. Divisibility rules for 9. A number is divisible by 9 if the sum of the digits is divisible by 9. So 72 equals 9, which is divisible by 9. If we take 1,824 equals, and I just kind of made that up, 1 plus 8 plus 2 plus 4, that's 9, 11, 15. 15 is not divisible by 9. And so we know 1824 is not divisible by 9. If we use divisibility rules to determine factors, 32 is divisible by 2. It adds up to 5, so it's not divisible by 3. It's 4, because 32 is divisible by 4. It's not divisible by 5. It's not divisible by 6 because it's not divisible by 3 as well. It's not divisible by 7. It's not divisible by, it is divisible by 8. And it's not divisible by 9. So we're going to go and break down 24 now. 24 is divisible by 2. It's divisible by 3. It's divisible by 4. It's not divisible by 5 because of the 4. We know it's divisible by 6 because of the 2 and the 3. So it's divisible by 6. It is not divisible by 7 because when you add it up, it equals 6, not 7. And 6 is not divisible by 7. It is divisible by 8. It is not divisible by 9, and it's so when we put these together, we know that 2 is the same, 3 goes over here, 4 is the same, 6, 8, and 9. So we know that the numbers that we can use divisibility rules to determine factors. Factors of 32 and 24 are 2, 4, and 8. So if we're going to put fractions in lowest terms, the first one is divide by common factors. If we know that 2, 4, and 8 are the same, then we can divide by 2, 4, and 8. Divide by the greatest common factor is number 2. So if we take this 20 over 24, that's this question down here. Number A. Number A. Letter A. 20 and 24. If we take 20 and the numbers there are 2, it's not 3, it's 4, it's 5, it's not 6, it's not 7, it's not 8, it's not 9, and 10. We take 24 and we break it down, and we have 2, we have 3, we have 4, we don't have 5, we have 6, 7, 8, 8 is there, and 9 and 10. So we know that those are the factors right there. The largest factor that we can use would be 4. So we're going to divide both. I'll use a different color. We're going to divide both by 4 because it's the largest, greatest common factor. So if we divide both by 4, it equals 5 over 6. Now we go through again, 5 and 6. Well, we know that 5 is a prime number, so we can't divide it by anything. So therefore, besides itself, so and 6, 5 is 1 and 5. 6 is 1, 2, 3, and 6. So none of those numbers match except for 1, and we're not going to divide by 1 because it equals the same thing. So the lowest terms of 20 over 24 is 5 over 6. For the second part, and I encourage you guys to do this right now, pause it and try to do it yourself, and I'll do 12 and 18. So 12 over 18. The factors of 12 are 2, 3, 4, 6. The factors of 18 are 2, 3, 6, and 9. 2, 3, 6, 9. When we go back, the largest one is 6, so we divide both by 6. Equals 12 divided by 6 is 2. 18 divided by 6 is 3. 2 over 3, we know that 2, the fractions of 2, or the parts of 2 are 1 and 2. So, and then the parts of 3 are 1 and 3. So we know that this is the lowest common terms. The way I do it on computers, and if you guys are comfortable with that other way, go ahead. But if you would like to do it the way I do it, you divide by 2, and then 3, and then 5, 7, 11, 13, and then 17. So 13 and then 17. I use these numbers because they're all prime. So if we go through this, we divide by 2, we divide by 2. We can divide because they're both even. So when we take 30, that's 15 over 22. When we go through, we know that 15 can't be divided by 2 because 5 is even. Or 5 is not even, it's divided by 3, so 22 isn't. 5, no. 7, no. 11, no. 13, no. 17, no. So 15 over 22 is your lowest prime. If it's after that in grade 7, you probably won't be asked for it. But that's the way I do it on computer. If we chose 16 over 38, it would equal, sorry, let's choose a better number, over 40. It equals 8 over 20, which divided by 2. If you divide both by 2, and we're still in the same rule, divide both by 2, it's 4 over 10. We can still divide both of those by 2, so it's 2 over 5. And we know that that's the lowest number, so there we go. And we just divide by 2 every time. If we divide by 3, then divide by 5, etc., etc. But that's the way I do it on the computer. Anyways, your computer or your homework is online. If you have any questions, please come see me.